acting like Villanelle needs to change. Why the fuck would Villanelle need to change? Sure, maybe kill less people, but like, hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Kelsey, and I love watching and discussing TV shows and movies, so if you like doing that too, you should stick around and hang out, and if you enjoy yourself, you can go ahead and subscribe and join the family for good. As you can tell by the title of this video, we have gathered here today to start season 4 of Killing Eve. I'm nervous, friends. I have a lot of emotions going on. I'm excited to see where the story goes, but I'm also a little nervous for the story to be over. Having a TV show or a book that you're really into end is a very bittersweet thing. But we have 8 weeks. I guess 7 since they released 2 at once. We have some time. I don't want to talk too much before we get into it because I am obviously dying to start the episode, but I do want to read one comment. So this comment is from Jeff on Patreon. He says, the Queering Eve podcast season 3 recap episode suggests that Kenny died because he figured out that Constantine stole the money from the 12. So Paul wouldn't have ordered the killing and Constantine was completely responsible. This is currently my favorite theory. And I wanted to read that because, as you all know, if you've been following along, I was enraged at the direction they were taking Kenny's story, because I was just worried that they were actually going to try to write his death off as an accident. That was ludicrous to me. As much as I love Constantine, as long as he's lying and there's some other explanation, I feel much better about it. But that's something that I didn't actually think about. The fact that Kenny was looking into it and had found like bank information and stuff, right? So it totally would make sense that Kenny found out Constantine had taken the money, and would totally make sense if that was part of what happened. So just wanted to throw that out there. It gave me a little bit of hope for them wrapping that up in a way that actually made sense. I mean, I am still livid about that fucking camera situation, and the writers did plenty of other things to have me lose faith in them, but at least there's that. There's some hope that the Constantine thing is going somewhere that makes a little bit more sense. And I think as far as the information they've given us so far, that's my favorite theory as well, because as much as I love Constantine, I definitely don't trust him, and I would rather, it would make more sense to me that he had something to do with it than the writers just trying to like write off his death as an accident. So that's all for that. Let's get into it. As always, these videos do have to be cut up for YouTube, so if you want the uncut version, you can head on over to my Patreon. The link is in the description box below. Let's get into it. Boop! To tell you the real truth, wait, what? Is that Constantine running for like a political office? Is this Villanelle?
They are like animals. The king's women boast you.
How did this happen?
You're head of town.
How much time has passed?
Well, I'm going to die. Can I at least take days off? The headline wouldn't be good.
What?
Eve?
Stand up.
Eve?
Stand up.
It's a dark Eve! Oh my god, I'm so excited! Oh my god!
Take that off.
I adore Constantine, but if this starts out with
What do
you
you know?
shooting him, I will...
Assassin?
What do you know?
I don't think she
Amir?
will, but...
Why did you do that?
That was for Kenny.
Yes!
Tell me how to find Helen.
You can't find someone like her. I don't even know myself. They keep everyone separate. Ah! If you find a new recruit, maybe you can track them back.
What does that mean?
She looks out for new assassins.
Give me a name.
I don't have a name.
Oh my god, I
No,
can't
pushed
breathe.
the
I'm so
last one
excited.
onto a train.
Give me that name.
You shot me in my hand.
Oh, get over it.
Oh my god, I'm so happy! Oh my god!
What is she like, Helen? What does she look like?
She looks French.
Okay, clearly Eve and Villanelle aren't
Looks French, okay?
in touch anymore though, or else Villanelle would just be able to tell Eve what she looks like, right? So
You're
that
gonna find her
sucks,
then.
but I
Why
am...
not just ask Villanelle?
This, yeah, see, they're not... Something happened.
You're going to die, you know? Whatever this is, You won't come out of it.
Thank God.
Oh my god. I just got so fucking excited that I'm actually gonna like Eve this season. What is she doing?
My light shines on.
What the fuck? Can you tell me how long has passed?
Boy, little Miss Perfect. Cat's been sick on the carpet next door again.
I'll deal with it.
It's chunky.
I said I'll deal with it. Don't know how you do it. You sprinkle a highly absorbent powder on top. I don't know how you can be so good all the time.
It's a very interesting start to the season. Look at Eve!
I brought you a protein shake.
Are you stereotyping me?
Are you stereotyping?
You're right. I'm so sorry. I'll get rid of it.
No, I'd like... Ooh. I don't want to waste it because it was leg day today.
Really?
Yes, leg day.
Are you
Really?
at my ass?
Yes.
Alright.
Gosh, your life is boring.
Before I forget, I have some admin for you. This is a written warning from work about your continued absence. Don't worry, I got one as well.
Next, please.
Another invitation.
This one looks a little anthrexy.
She's not giving up.
I don't think so.
You shot
Why
someone.
aren't they together?
How did it feel?
Like you said it would feel. You wanna have sex?
Yes. Gotta buy me dinner afterwards.
Yeah, if you're any good.
Act 2, you're judging a sand sculpting competition.
That's getting
You're
old.
explaining British culture to some local school children. And this evening you're going to see a play about the horrors of the Spanish Civil War.
Humankind cannot bear very much reality.
That's a funeral home Rianne Bevan's body was taken to.
Rianne. Okay.
How did you get this?
Got an old mate from the Foreign Legion. I saw him do some pretty terrible things to some civilians, and I never said anything. Now he works for TFL, so it all paid off.
Ah, I see.
What do you have for me?
Jakub Novotny. He was found 2 weeks ago in a disused warehouse on the outskirts of Prague.
You said he was tortured.
Flayed alive. Whoever did this literally tore strips of him. There are pictures.
Oh! Oh!
This reminds me of something.
String cheese.
Yeah. Just that.
No, look at Carolyn. Look how pretty she looks
You
right
both know
now.
that Scott for kicked out on your ass.
Carolyn!
Excuse me a moment, Milos.
Aren't you going to
Oh, it's
congratulate me?
Hugo!
On what?
I got promoted. Apparently there was an unexpected vacancy on the Russia desk. It's actually amazing the kind of leverage you get from being shot at work. Wait, where are you going? You can't ignore this, Carolyn. This is your final warning.
This is your final warning. The 12 are far more lethal than any of the hostile states or terrorist organizations that you care so much about, and I am your best hope in understanding them. If you choose to ignore my expertise, then either they've got to you before me, or you're even more dim-witted than I thought you were.
Or you're just desperate. Stop meddling. Because if you don't, you know what'll happen. You'll be arrested, tried in a secret court, and put in prison for a long, long, long time. Nice little jobs in the sun are for those of us that behave nicely.
What exactly are you going to arrest me for?
If you hang on, I can show you. That was you, wasn't it? Paul Bradwell.
Okay, so is he still working for MI6 then, right?
You know, you don't have to live exactly as they did in the Bible. You can be guided by your own instincts.
It's better for me to have a roadmap. For what we are about to receive, may the Lord make you thank me. Amen.
Amen.
May the Lord make you
Lucifer,
thank me?
no.
Is that what she said?
Well, you wanted me to have a friend my own age. Now I have one.
Nell isn't exactly what I had in mind.
Oh, I just realized that she's going by Nell. Like Villanelle.
Let me have a new life. Please. Come here. That's it. There's nothing to be scared of.
This cat is not gonna survive,
We're
is
all
it?
friends here.
Jeez. What was she reading? She threw that cat hard. That was... You asked to see me, came the timid soprano. Yes, thought the pianist, but not for choir practice. The pianist silently beckoned her soprano over, her hand quivering atop a major chord in anticipation. As she pulled her to the lid of the piano, she swiped aside her sheet music. This wasn't the place for hymns. The pianist laid the singer down on top of the grand piano and started unbuttoning her jeans.
Stroke my hair. Now tell me why you like me so much.
You're kind, you're funny, you're generous, you're clever, you're understanding,
She just killed your cat.
you're loyal. You're the best person I've ever met.
Whatever it is. No. I was about to give you a compliment. You look purposeful. Less untethered. It suits you.
Thank you.
There've been a spate of murders.
Less untethered.
All of them tortured, none of them solved. Someone has been hunting down and killing members of the 12s. That means they know a damn sight more than we do about who they are, which in turn makes me want to know them. Unfortunately, my avenues of investigation have been recently cut off. So I need you to take up my good work and continue the investigation.
We've been here before. You're still playing the same old game of chess. I want to sweep the chessboard off the table and set it on fire. I want to watch those little wooden critters burn.
Keep the file. You might find you need to know the critters before you incinerate them.
Our Lord Jesus Christ has told us that to enter the kingdom of heaven, you must be born
again of
water and the Spirit. And has given
And
us
has given us
baptism
baptism
as a sign
as
and
the
seal
sign and seal
of this new birth. Here
we are washed by the Holy Spirit.
Of course.
Do they not know about the cat yet? Did she hide the cat?
Let's jump to after you've baptized me. May, come here. Here. My guest needs to sit here.
What guest?
Mate, does it matter? No, we don't reserve seats here.
Well, I can't reserve a seat at my own party.
Barbara, I'm just running now through the baptism service.
Can I really not reserve a seat at my own party? Lucifer.
Now they know.
Now, are you sure you're ready for baptism? I seem more interested in someone seeing you be baptized rather than the baptism itself.
Well, if you're baptized in a forest and nobody sees you getting baptized, are you really baptized?
Do you believe in God?
She's so adorable.
Now, I can't baptize someone who doesn't have faith.
I have faith.
But
No, I have faith I'm not as shitty inside as some people think I am. And that I can prove them wrong.
See, fuck Eve. This is the shit
But
I'm
only if you
talking
baptize
about.
me.
How dare she let Villanelle believe that Eve is better off without her? Not everything that's wrong with Eve's life was Villanelle's fault. Like, Eve can fuck up her own life plenty on her own, obviously. The fact that she's out there trying to prove that she's not as shitty as people think she is.
I totally understand. Please take a seat. Oh.
While Eve doesn't give a shit.
There you are, a throne for a princess. Look, we have plans suitable.
Actually,
for
I'm
every-
not looking to arrange a funeral. I wanted to ask a question about one you did a while ago. Rianne Bevan.
Pam!
Oh, can't you just maybe look into...
On business. She's other.
Hi there.
Hi, welcome to J. Palmyra and Son. Please, this way.
I was hoping to ask about one of the people you had in here. Rianne Bevan.
You must have had a point of contact for her, no?
I suppose. Could you maybe go and check? Thank you so much.
That was weird.
Nothing.
Never mind. I'll get in touch another way. Do you know Helen?
Look at her.
Do it now.
Therefore, I ask, do you turn away from sin?
I do.
Do you reject evil?
I do.
Do you turn to
I do.
Christ as your Saviour? Do you trust?
Just
She's just the kind of girl they would recruit. Disempowered, disenfranchised, disposable, another D word.
Disadvantaged.
Yes, good. Plus, she likes dead people. The look in her eye. I've seen it before. Can you put your shirt on?
Oh, just because I'm not, jumping to all your conclusions?
Yes, actually. I don't want to see your nipples unless they're fully in agreement with me.
Okay, well, how about now?
Well, now I just want nuts.
Wait, I'm sorry, I can't fulfill your insatiable need for nuts.
No, I really want nuts, actually.
It's really not enjoyable to me to watch Eve have all of her little, like, side fling meant, like... Wait, she's still in her dress? How'd she know where she was? How far away were they from each other?
I forgive you
You forgive me?
for not attending my rebirth.
Eve is selfish as fuck. Have you not noticed that yet?
Okay. I'm trying to show you I've changed.
If you'd really changed, you wouldn't have come here.
Oh, if you'd really changed, you wouldn't have let me.
Why are you trying to be better for this person? Snap out of it, Villanelle. What was that about? What the fuck coincidence was that? Why was that person just so happened to be walking to a car with Helena? I keep thinking Helena, but they don't say that, do they? Helene? And then her windows down as they drive away. I don't know.
Found her.
You know, it would be much, much easier if you just showed me you were real. Not a little weird? Maybe you don't know. But it's very much in your interest for me to believe in you. I knew you weren't real.
Sorry your guest didn't come.
She doesn't believe I'm a Christian.
Well,
She thinks I'm pretending.
no one could pretend as well as that.
Depends on the audience.
Yeah. This audience knows you. She knows you'd never hurt anyone.
You don't know. Oh my god, are you okay? Huh? Huh? I didn't kill you.
I did kill you. She still let her in the house? What the fuck?
Are you who I think you are? What can I say? I'm as surprised as you. So, what happens now? Oh, easy. I'll lead you to salvation.
Okay, so that was episode 1. I have so many mixed feelings already. Let's start off with how excited I was to see Eve at the beginning of the episode. Oh my god, I adore that version of Eve. I love when she's like that. I love Dark Eve, and that had me hyped. I'm a little annoyed with the time jump. I know that's a fairly common thing to like skip forward for the start of a new season, but it's like, okay, so how did they get from the bridge to, like, how did the bridge scene end? I'm sorry, but that was such a ambiguous, is that the right word? I think so. Scene, you know, like they were walking away, but then they turned around and smiled at each other. So we're left thinking or wondering, what does that mean? Are they choosing each other? Are they going to walk back then and they're staying together? Or what does the smile mean, you know? And now this just starts and they're not only separated, but Villanelle feels like she has to like prove herself to Eve, which is the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard. Like, meanwhile, Eve is off being just as selfish and awful as usual. I mean, I'm excited that she's still looking into stuff. I'm excited that she, like you saw, I was thrilled with what she was up to. But the fact that she was like, if you would have changed, you wouldn't have come back. Like, acting like Villanelle needs to change. Why the fuck would Villanelle need to change? Sure, maybe don't be an assassin for the 12 anymore. Maybe kill less people. But, like, that pisses me off so bad. So bad. How the fuck did they get from the bridge to this strange relationship dynamic? I would have much preferred them to do how they did the start of season 2 and just have it, you know, go from there or something. Yeah, I don't know. How the hell did Constantine become a political figure? They don't give us a lot to fill in those blanks, and that really bothers me. And then getting back to the fact that I was so excited to see the version of Eve that I like in this episode, I also still, turns out, dislike her very strongly. The fact that she didn't show up to Villanelle's baptism, I mean, obviously, the baptism is a fucking joke. But the fact that Eve still doesn't care about Villanelle and is still not showing up for her, not being there for her, is still acting like Villanelle has to prove herself and is somehow this unredeemable person, like, that self-righteousness, oh, you guys know I hate that. Who is Eve to be telling Villanelle that she needs to change? That took away my excitement over the version of Eve we were getting immediately, because fuck her. I'm really, really over watching Eve have, like, her sexual friends with benefits relationships with all of her little sidekicks. And that one I can't even necessarily say is, like, bad writing, because I do think it does go along with who her character is. It's just, I'm over it. I'm overseeing it. I just don't like Eve. I'm sick of watching her. Like, nothing about her is enjoyable unless she's making Villanelle happy. I'm sorry. And I do think that's something I should acknowledge, that I experienced this show through Villanelle's point of view. Not to say that I experience it, like, as her, like I put myself in her position necessarily. I mean, I do empathize with her. But what I mean is that she's my favorite character. I adore her. She's the one I'm rooting for. Like, I watched the show for Villanelle. And so, to a certain extent, I experience all of the other characters through the filter of Villanelle first. And so while there's a lot that I really don't like about Eve's character, just the character as she is, a lot of that gets amplified through the fact that it hurts Villanelle, or it's not what Villanelle wants, or all that, and it just makes it even more annoying to me. And so I do acknowledge that it's not 100% fair, because my opinion of Eve is so affected by her relationship to Villanelle at any given point in time. But even putting all that aside, I just don't enjoy watching her character that much unless she's interacting with Villanelle. Like, there's 0% enjoyment for me watching her interact with that sidekick of hers and flirt about the nuts. Like, that, nothing about that was enjoyable to me. And I really don't mean just because it's heterosexual. It's not that. I don't know. I'm just really over it. And again, that part isn't even necessarily like the writer's fault, because I do think to an extent it's believable for Eve's character. Like, they've set that up that that's, you know, part of kind of her personality, and it's interesting kind of seeing her form into like a Carolyn figure, you know, someone who really only seems to know how to use relationships and sex as a tool to get what she wants, and is always just using whoever she needs for her current goal in life is who she also turns into her relationship and her sexual partner, because she doesn't have any sense of how to get that elsewhere, you know, or how to be that for someone else. So she just uses whoever she's using for work, she also uses for relationship and sex and everything else. And so to a certain extent, it is interesting seeing her kind of, again, turn into this kind of Carolyn figure who doesn't know how to do relationships in any other way other than transactional. But even though it makes sense from a writing standpoint, it doesn't mean that it's enjoyable to watch, you know? I need more information on how Constantine became like a political figure or whoever he is now, because they better make that make sense. I'm also needing more information on Carolyn's situation. Villanelle's whole storyline in this episode was very interesting. Again, I think the whole like Villanelle explores God and religion thing is potentially an interesting idea for a plot line. Parts of the episode I thought were really interesting, really good, and then other parts I was just like, this is very strange. Especially like her showing up as Jesus at the end. And then this is random, but I just remembered the scene with Eve when she was following the mortician, or the lady that does the autopsies. She followed her, and then like she ended up getting in a car with Helene, or how do we say her name? And Helene's window just happened to be down as they drove away. Like, it was one of those scenes that literally only makes sense if it was all set up. Like, if Helene did that on purpose, if she wanted Eve to follow her to the car, if she wanted Eve to see her face. And maybe that is what they have in mind. Maybe that is the case, and by all means, okay then. But it's another one of those moments where I'm really nervous that the writers are just like phoning this shit in. Like, the 12 is supposed to be the most dangerous organization. They're not sloppy. I don't know. I feel like a lot of my complaints about this episode are things I'm worried about. Like, there are things that they could potentially save and end up doing well, and I could be prematurely complaining, and I really hope I am. There's just a lot of things that they've kind of set themselves up for that I'm not sure they're going to be able to follow through on very well, so I'm nervous. But let me know your thoughts. How do you guys feel about the way the season started? Skipping forward, us not knowing how the bridge scene went, like all of that. Let me know all of your thoughts and feelings. Let's discuss in the comments. I'm sorry for potentially being prematurely negative. I'm just nervous, my loves. But let's discuss in the comments all the things, because as you know, episode 2 is already posted, so I will be watching episode 2 tomorrow and hopefully have it posted by tomorrow evening. So today is all about discussing this episode. Let's chat. Make sure if you haven't subscribed yet, you go do that and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I post tomorrow. Do me a favor and give this video a like. It's a super easy way to show your support. And thank you for being here, my loves. It is an honor to spend this time with you. I absolutely love you all, and I will see you next time for episode 2. See you later.